Blessed be the Creator of all the earth. God has come to live among us. Among the poor, the poorest of the poor, God has made a home.
Blessed be God, blessed be God, blessed be God who sets us free. O Father of mercy, O Mother of peace.
According to the promise made long ago, God has brought us freedom. Sound the trumpet of a new day. No fear, no violence, and no enemies.
Blessed be God, blessed be God, blessed be God who sets us free. O Father of mercy, O Mother of peace.
God has remembered the holy promise, the promise to Abraham and to Sarah. The whole people of this world would live free, together like the stars of the sky, in radiant harmony.
Blessed be God, blessed be God, blessed be God who sets us free. O Father of mercy, O Mother of peace.
God will lead us to the knowledge of peace by the forgiveness of our own sins. Because of the tender mercy of our God, the sun will shine upon us in the darkness to guide our feet into the ways of peace.
Blessed be God, blessed be God, blessed be God who sets us free. O Father of mercy, O Mother of peace.
We will be called the prophets of the Most High, speaking truth to power, like voices in the wilderness, crying out with the poor, crying out for justice.
Blessed be God, blessed be God, blessed be God who sets us free. O Father of mercy, O Mother of peace. Blessed be God, blessed be God, blessed be God who sets us free. O Father of mercy, O Mother of peace. Page 14. Page 14. Holy Spirit, come to my aid. 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 Come, Holy Spirit, Spirit of the living God, Spirit of justice, Spirit of loving kindness. Holy Spirit, come to my aid. 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 Trust in God, all you people. Trust in God at all times. Pour out your heart to God, trust in God's love. Holy Spirit, come to my aid. 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 Our soul waits in silence for God alone. My soul in silence, my soul for God alone. Holy Spirit, come to my aid. Holy Spirit, come to my aid. Holy Spirit, come to my aid. Holy Spirit, Beate. You know what that means? Beate. You know what that is? You look like you're, no?
You're beautiful.
Spell it.
B-E-A-T-I. Beate. Beate.
And I don't know.
Okay, could somebody look it up? Your magic box.
Mine's over there.
Pardon?
Mine's over there.
Okay, Tim's got one here. We got lots of magic in this room. B-E-A-T-I.
As in beatific,
Maybe.
beautifying a person, like making them a saint almost.
Maybe.
Are you also waiting to find out what it is?
Maybe.
Plural of beyond it. That's
Well,
all it says.
That's good to know,
Yeah. Let's try this.
I believe it's Italian or Latin.
Oh, come on. That's all we have. Plural beyond it. So, means the man or boy who has been beatified. Whatever. Not very helpful.
Not very helpful. Okay, so I'm going to make a guess.
Okay.
And my remembering says that beate means blessed.
Yes, in Latin.
Pardon?
Blessed, happy, or fortunate.
Ah, thank you. Thank you.
In Latin.
That
That's-
makes
Yeah.
sense.
So blessed, happy, fortunate, hoo-ha. Right? Yeah. So there's these things that down through the centuries describe or put as a label on Jesus' teaching. And we call them the Beatitudes. Okay? The blessed things. Or if you want to be happy, follow this path. Like in Buddhist thinking, if you want to be peaceful, blessed, happy, you do this. In Jesus' teaching, he says, if you want to be blessed, happy, do this. Be this, do this. And so I thought tonight we would just go through them. Depending upon how you count them, there's either 8 or 9. And so let's just recall them. The first one, I'll get us started, is kind of counterintuitive because it says, blessed are the poor. Yikes. For theirs are the riches of heaven. Okay. Blessed are you poor, for yours is the kingdom of God. Another way to say it. So when Jesus says that, he opens the door, okay, to his teaching, which is the core of what he has to say throughout his life. He hung out a lot with people who didn't have anything. He really did. People who were on the margins, so to speak. People who were excluded. He really loved to hang out with people who were experiencing that. So he could say, blessed are you, blessed are the poor, for yours is the kingdom of heaven. Now, I'm going to give you my take on this, okay? Do with it what you want. Another way to say it is, blessed are you who possess nothing and no one. Blessed are you who possess nothing and no one. For you will receive everything and everyone. Blessed are you who possess nothing and no one. For you will receive everything and everyone. What's the second beatitude? Remember?
Blessed are the meek.
Not yet. Close though. Coming up. The reason I ask for them in order because I believe they're sequential.
Yeah.
I believe they offer us a path. In other words, when you are poor or when you feel that you've lost something, what's your natural response?
Mourn.
Mourn, to grieve. Okay? You lose a relationship, you grieve. You lose your house, you grieve. Lose your job, you grieve. Right? So the second beatitude, following from the first, is, blessed are those who mourn or grieve, for you will be comforted. Blessed are you who mourn or grieve, for you will be comforted. My take on that. Blessed are you who feel what you feel, who are able to feel your grief. I know a little bit about grief, and I postponed it for 30 years. Okay? Don't do that. Okay. I wasn't blessed when I was trying not to grieve, trying not to feel what I felt. Right? But I got a big outpouring of blessing when I just collapsed one day, in a public setting, by the way, and just felt the grief overwhelm me. Wasn't happy feeling, wasn't what I wanted, but the result was I felt much better after I felt what I felt. Okay. And in this case, I was mourning the death of my father, who died when I was 13. But I didn't experience it till I was 40. Okay. Don't do that. So, blessed are you who are able, who have the capacity to feel your sorrow, your loss, your grief, your pain. Feel it. Don't avoid it. Don't project it on anybody. Go through it. You'll be glad you did. What's the third beatitude? You said it.
Blessed are the meek.
Thank you. Okay. And the word meek is, I believe, the King James translation, which has never done anything for me, and I don't know, but I would translate it like this. Blessed are the gentle. Blessed are the humble. That was the word you used the other night, too. Blessed are the non-violent. Blessed are those with open hands, not closed fists. And it goes on to say, blessed are the kind, the gentle, the non-violent, for you will inherit the earth. Oh boy, there's something there. You will inherit the earth. So, out of our poverty, we feel our grief. And when we feel our grief, somebody who's hurt us, let's say, instead of going angry and violent, which we can, we go gentle and kind and non-violent. You see the sequence? Yeah. And then we receive the earth. I have no idea what that means, but I love it. I want to receive the earth. I think I'm here partly, to receive this earth. Whatever that means. I'm not quite clear on that. So, blessed are the gentle, the non-violent, for you will receive the earth. What's the next one? Nice. That's the end of the road. We're not there yet.
The children?
No, not yet.
Mercy.
Yes. Mercy. So when we feel our grief and we go gentle and not angry, no, not yet. We're not yet at mercy. Sorry, not yet. I'll just tell you. So the next one is, blessed are you who hunger and thirst for what is good, what is right. So after we feel our grief, we go gentle. And then we discover something in ourselves, that we actually have this passion, this hunger. And it's for what is good, what is right, what is true. And we go after it. Blessed are you who hunger and thirst for what is good, what is true, what is right, what is beautiful. For you will be satisfied. You will be satisfied. when we hunger for what is right and we feel that we found what is good and right, there's a danger. And therefore the next beatitude. Blessed are you who are merciful and know how to forgive. Because when you find what is right and the rest of the world hasn't, you tend to become self-righteous. I know I'm right. You're not. You're wrong. So don't do that. Choose another way. This is like the Bob Newhart Beatitudes, right? Stop it. Stop it. When we find what is right, we rejoice. We don't punish people with it. We don't weaponize it. We live it. That's the best thing. We don't condemn others. We are merciful. We're forgiving. Now, the next beatitude follows from all of them. Because the next beatitude says, blessed, and some translations say, are you the pure in heart. I don't like the word pure. I'm not pure. And I think there's a weaponization of that purity culture back in my day. So I don't use the word. But what I do say is, blessed are you whose heart is uncluttered. Uncluttered. Like you have a windshield wiper that's working really well. You have a bedroom that's recently cleaned by William, and it's uncluttered now. It's lovely. You can occupy it. You can enjoy it. And here's what it says. Blessed are you whose heart is uncluttered, for you will see, now that your heart is uncluttered, God. Isn't that cool? You want to see God? Unclutter your heart. Go through the process. Become poor. Mourn. Become gentle. Hunger for what is right and good. Become merciful. And that's the process of uncluttering your heart. Right there. It just does. It works. So once we see God, and once our heart is relatively uncluttered, by the way, it's never totally uncluttered. I don't believe that. I've never met anybody who has a totally uncluttered heart. I can spot an ego a mile away because mine is so huge. But once you're relatively uncluttered and you see God, quote unquote, then you're ready to become a peacemaker. And the way Jesus describes peacemaker is very interesting. You don't become a CEO. You don't become a religious leader. You become a child. Blessed are you who know and practice peacemaking, for you are children, he says. Children of God. Isn't that lovely? I mean, I want my whole life to be aimed in that direction. After going through all of that, and by the way, it's a cycle. Sometimes we have to go back to number 4, number 3, bounce around a bit. But the ultimate goal is not for us to feel peace, by the way. This is where I have some interesting conversations with my Buddhist friends. But it's for us to actually become peacemakers. Feeling peace is good, it's important, but it's not the end of the road. Peace leads us to peacemaking in the world, to compassionate action. And then the story is not quite over. You ever heard the phrase, no good deed goes unpunished? Mm-hmm. So when we enter into a peacemaking mode, then we get posts on Facebook like, well, it's just AI generated. Or, that doesn't sound very peaceful to me. I would say, that's no big deal. But what I'm saying is that look through history and you'll find people who are seriously devoted to peacemaking in the world. What happens to them? They get dead. They get killed. The founder of Taizé was murdered. I'm not saying it's always going to happen, but there is this trend. You can go through history and name them. You can go through this country and name them. Every country. They're locked up, they're put away in jail, they're killed. Hoo-ha. to look forward to. So, and then after you get persecuted, it says, blessed are you for doing all this, because you're going to get persecuted, because the prophets were persecuted. So if you act prophetically, you're going to get it. It's going to be blowback. It's going to be backlash. You're going to have people get in your face, or worse. And then it starts all over again. You get to let that go. And don't dwell on it. And don't let anybody occupy the space in your head. And be free. And don't possess anyone or anything. And you start again. Totally different. So those are the Beatitudes. I can't tell you how important they are. There's no words. Jesus spoke them, and somebody recorded them and put them in a kind of poetic form so that we would remember them. That's why we go over them from time to time. Any thoughts, your response to the Beatitudes?
It's interesting how you phrase them, how you go in order, because you believe there's a purpose to that, and the way you just explained it really unfolds them. One seems to lead into the other, and I've heard them a million times. I've never thought of them that way. It's almost like a cheat sheet.
It is. He wants us to remember them. One leads to the other, the rest of our life. It's a pathway. Any other thoughts?
Similar to what Will is saying, it seems like a recipe for like a certain kind of spiritual existence that is capable of the same kind of principle, not just principle, but the same kind of stand that Jesus was able to take against like the true essence of evil, like to stand against Satan, not in this material sense, like merely the denying of the flesh, but actually being willing to transcend everything that holds us, that that is eminently valuable to us, right? The more you were explaining, I was thinking to myself, well, how does this actually help us to deal with the challenges of life? And then it clicked. It was like, this is not about life like Teddy's life. This is about like the greater spiritual existence of humanity, of the Christian family, of Jesus Christ's legacy. Like it's about much more than us. And if you only look at it for what can this do for me, what can I gain from this here, it won't actually make sense.
Right.
To the Greeks of foolishness, right?
Sure.
But if you think about it in terms of who Jesus was and what was he trying to achieve, and are you trying to emulate that, then you realize, okay, well, if I choose this, then it can produce that same uncluttered heart, that allows you to actually go beyond the limits of what even, to go to the good beyond the limits of what even makes sense.
Yeah. And as you were talking, it occurred to me that one of the ways to see the Beatitudes is to see them as the face of Jesus, the life of Jesus, the portrait of Jesus. He was all about the poor. He was all about grieving. He's called throughout history the man of sorrows. He was all about being gentle and kind when others were cruel, and so on. Through each one, it's a portrait of who he was and is. And I believe it's also our deepest self that he calls us to through these Beatitudes. Be who you are. You are in solidarity with the poor. There's no difference between you and the poor. So be poor. Mourn. Be in solidarity. Grieve. And so on and so forth. Gentleness and hunger and so on. This is our deepest self. This is our core. Other thoughts?
they do also apply to, or they can apply to our personal life as well, the multi-dimensional kind of thing. There's just kind of wondering as I'm listening how it seems like God, we talk about following Jesus and never really make the connection of what Jesus' life was. And that's what called me to something deeper, because I kept seeing that things were incomplete, what I was learning in whatever church I was in at the time. Something like that. But the Beatitudes are just, they've always seemed to be central to Jesus' message for me.
So here's the thing I would ask you to do. On your own, in your own time, just go through the Beatitudes. You'll find them in Matthew chapter 5, opening chapter 5. And go through each one. And here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Listen to each one as it speaks to you personally about you, about your life, your heart, and in a contemplative way, to listen and be open to feel what is called a movement of the heart. And sometimes it's subtle, sometimes it's not so subtle. I'll give you an example. When I was studying something called the Enneagram, you're familiar with the Enneagram? It's kind of a personality thing where you discover your personality, your strengths, your weaknesses, your gifts, abilities, and the ditch that you fall into from time to time, because all of us fall into a ditch. And as I was going through the Enneagram, reading, there are 9 of them, what they call the faces of God, I had a moment. That's how you say it, right? I had a moment. And it was a movement of the heart that almost knocked me off my chair. And this is what happened. As I was going through the Enneagram, the 9 faces of God, I was stopped internally at number 4. Number 4 is the musician, the artist, the poet, the romantic, and those are the lovely things. But the not so lovely thing that I saw almost knocked me off my chair. And I could not say, oh my God, that's me. And I'll tell you specifically, in the Enneagram number 4, the ditch that we 4s fall into is the ditch of envy and jealousy. And when we fall into it, it can be near fatal. I quit music school because I fell into it back in the day. A relationship ended because I fell into it. And so when I saw, oh yeah, number 4 does this, I went, no, no. And then I knew it was me. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying that you have to have that kind of violent response, but it can be powerful if you go through the Beatitudes and just hear what each is saying to you. Blessed are the poor. Blessed are you who grieve. Blessed are you who are kind and gentle, not violent. Blessed are you who hunger and thirst for what is right, what is good. Blessed are you who are merciful, forgiving, and don't weaponize what you know. Blessed are you whose heart is uncluttered. Blessed are you who make peace in this world. Just go through them. Just kind of stroll through the park of the Beatitudes and see what speaks to you most powerfully. We'll close with a song. One of the things that we do here is poetry. And tomorrow night, I forgot to ask you, CJ, we always invite new guests to choose a reading. And I'll show you the book before tonight is up. And it's a book of poetic readings. And I'll explain later. So the closing song tonight is a little poetic lyric. The text is, when the night is fallen, Fallen, and the moon shines softly, gentle light, you guide us. Faithful friend, you love us. That's the text. When the night is fallen and the moon shines softly, gentle light, you guide us, faithful friend, you love us. When the night is fallen and the moon shines softly, gentle light, you guide us, faithful friend, you love us. When the night is fallen and the moon shines softly, gentle light, you guide us, faithful friend, you love us. When the night is fallen and the moon shines softly, gentle light, you guide us, faithful friend, you love us. When the night is fallen and the moon shines softly, gentle light, you guide us, faithful friend, you love us. At the close of this day, we give you thanks for your great love for each of us and everyone everywhere. Open our hearts, help us to have hearts as wide as the world. May it be so.